Hello everyone. Today we will discuss EMF equation of a transformer, which is quite common question and important as well. All right, EMF equation of the transformer. Let's take a core type transformer, which has indicated means which has shown here. As you know, the supply is given to the transformer at the primary side. P is the primary winding, S is the secondary winding, I1 is the primary current, I2 is the secondary current, E1 is the induced EMF in the primary, E2 is the induced EMF in the secondary, N1 is the primary number of turns, N2 is the number of turns in the secondary, phi is the flux. Okay, and if you represent this one on waveform wise, sinusoidal flux we can represent, as we say this is a maximum one, so we will take a phi m as a maximum flux. Okay, and observe, this is a total, this is the one total wave. Okay, one complete cycle, and then what is the total time period of this one is t. Okay, as you know, t is equal to 1 by f, right? And for the consideration, this is between 0 to 2 pi. Now for 0 to pi, that is half cycle, it will be 1 by 2 pi. Okay, it is t is equal to 1 by 2, so this is 1 by f, so it is 2f, 1 by 2f in terms of frequency. Suppose if you like to consider for 1/4 of the cycle. Why? Because at 1/4, okay, at 1/4, right, it means flux is reaching its maximum value. That's what we need to consider for 1/4 period of that cycle. Okay, and this is the waveform, flux waveform. Y-axis it has a flux, and x-axis it has a omega t. Okay, now we'll see, as you know, this is a phi m positive maximum, and it is a negative half cycle maximum. This is your negative phi m. Okay, so as you know, it is alternating flux. Okay, we have seen alternating voltage, alternating current. Instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current can be written as, instantaneous voltage can be written as Vm sine omega t. Similarly, now we have a flux in alternating quantity. So instantaneous flux is defined as phi is equal to phi m sine omega t. That is this one. Phi is equal to phi m sine omega t. Any value on this. Okay, any value of on this wave is phi is equal to phi m sine omega t. This is your maximum value. Okay, I hope you have got this. Now whatever we are going to consider, so based on this maximum, when you get a maximum, it is time period at 1 by 4 f. Okay, so remember, t is equal to, I write about this. Okay, t time period of this one is 1/4. Okay, so now what is t is equal to 1 by f. Okay, now t is equal to 1 by 4, and it is equal to 1 by f. So therefore what is t? T is equal to 1 by 4 f. Okay, this you can represent. Time period is 1 by 4f. Okay, so that we require, that's what I have concentrated much on this. Here you can observe from this transformer, you can write the various quantities which affect the magnitude of the induced EMF are. Okay, so quantities on the transformer can be written. Phi is the flux, phi m is the maximum flux, N1 is the number of turns on the primary, N2 is the number of turns on the secondary, F is the frequency of the supply, E1 is RMS value of the primary induced EMF, E2 is secondary induced EMF in RMS. Okay, now let's take. So I hope you have got all these quantities. Now we'll define a small thing. According to Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, the average EMF induced in each turn is proportional to the average rate of flux. This is the most important concept to derive the equation of EMF of the transformer. Okay, I repeat once. According to the Faraday's laws of electromagnetic induction, the average EMF induced per turn will be equal to or proportional to average change of flux. Okay, average change of flux that you can write. You can write first average EMF per turn will be equal to average change of flux. Now we'll write what is this average change of flux. That is nothing but your d phi by dt. Meaning of this one is change of flux. Okay, change of flux means d phi by dt. Okay, let's find out what is this d phi and what is the dt. Let's take, we'll start with this. Okay, if you are getting confused with, you can both the lines you can skip. Okay, now we'll observe change of rate of flux. Okay, this is nothing but your change of rate of flux or rate of change of flux is nothing but d phi by dt. Let's take what is the change of flux. D phi is nothing but, observe, this is nothing but change in the flux at 1/4 period. Okay, at 1/4 period, what is the change of flux? It is from 0 to 5m. Okay, change of flux is from 0 to 5m. So that we need to take. So here also we are going to take, see, change of flux is, the rate of change of flux is d phi by dt. So d phi is equal to 5m minus 0. 5m is change of flux is 5m. Okay, dt is what? What is the dt means? Time period. Time period is how much? 1/4 of the total period. 1/4 of the total period is what? 1/4 of the total period. T. What is t? T is nothing but your 1 by f. 1 by 4 into 1 by f. That gives you 1 by 4f. Okay. Now we have got d phi by dt. D phi is 5m divided by dt is 1 by 4f. So this 4f goes up and then d phi by dt will be 4f 5m. Okay. Once you got this, define this thing. That is average EMF per turn will be equal to rate of change of flux. That is nothing but 4f 5m volts. Okay, call this equation number 3. Let's continue with this. As we know, this was average EMF. Okay, this was a average EMF. We require RMS value of that voltage. What is RMS voltage? Is nothing but 1.11 into average EMF per turn. That is form factor equal to RMS divided by average value. Right? Form factor was 1.11. Right? Now we require what RMS value. So RMS is equal to form factor into average value. Okay, that's the formula of here. So what we have used, right? You know average value of this 4f 5m. Take that and then write here. So total RMS will be equal to average into form factor. So average EMF of the turn 1.11 is a form factor into average EMF was how much? 4f 5m. And the next RMF induced per turn will be equal to 4.44. We will just multiply this one, these two, it will be 4.44 f 5m. Okay, so now we have N1 we have number of turns in the primary, and N2 we have number of turns on the secondary. Based on this, what we can say is for N1 turns, E1 will be become, okay, this is E. Alright, this is E equal to. Now E1 will be becomes, this is per each turn. So now we have a N1 turns, so we are supposed to multiply with N1. So 4.44 f 5m into N1. For suppose N2 turns, then comes E2. E2 will be equal to 4.44 f 5m into N2. Therefore, EMF equation of the transformers are E1 is equal to total E equal to 4.44 f 5m into N. If it is primary side, then it will be E1 equal to 4.44 f 5m into N1 and E2 equal to 4.44 f into 5m into N2. Okay, these two are your EMF equation of the transformer. Okay, now let's see, once we have got the EMF equations, let's define voltage ratio and current ratio of it. Let's take, as you know, we know that, take a first and second equations, that is E1 equal to and E2 equal to. Let's take a ratio of this E2 by E1. So once you write, then these two will get cancelled. So now we get E2 by E1 equal to N2 by N1, which is equal to K. Remember this, where K is the transformation ratio. Okay, don't forget this. K is the transformation ratio. And what is this K? K is nothing but E2 by E1 equal to N2 by N1 equal to K. Okay, that we require much. Okay, now we have seen voltage ratio. Now we will see the current ratio. As you know, we are going to represent apparent power of this. So S is equal to volt ampere, okay, of the transformer. So for this input VA, that is input S, apparent power will be V1 into I1, okay, primary side, and output will be V2 into I2. So let's take this equation. For ideal conditions, what happens here is, here N2 will be equal to N1, okay, that is the number of turns on the both primary and secondary will be same, that is E2 will be equal to E1. You can take it as E2 E1 or V1 V2, both are same. According to this, okay, according to this, what we can do is both, then we can say according to this ideal transformation condition, E1 V1 I1 will be equal to V2 I2. So then take a ratio of this V2 by V1 you take, and then this I2 you then send this side, okay, I2 you send this side and V1 you send this side. So then what happens, I1 by I2 will be equal to V2 by V1. As you know, V2 by V1 is the ratio, transformation ratio, that is equal to N2 by N1 equal to I1 by I2, which is equal to K. This is important for us to calculate the numericals, okay, to calculate V2, V1 and so on, right? So this is V2 by V1, N2 by N1 equal to I1 by I2 equal to K, transformation ratio.